Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here. Welcome back to my Reusable Space Program, Season 3, Episode 10. We are at the Space Truck Stop, and we are with Space Truck 4, I believe. Gerard. Is that 4 or 5? That is Space Truck 5, that's right. Space Truck 5. And finally had been rescued by the newly rechristened old mining ship, which is now the maintenance ship, which has also crashed into the Space Truck Stop Station. But anyway, Space Truck 5 is finally doing a mission. It is going to go retrieve some stuff. What am I going to retrieve? The passenger crew module. Yes. So I'm using the rendezvous planner to bring them together, and then I can finally bring this last piece of the Space Truck Stop together. This time I'm going to really pay attention to how much RCS monopropellant I have left, which is the downfall of Space Truck 5. Space Truck 5 does not carry enough monopropellant. So that's just something I have to keep in mind. And we're coming in. There is what I believe is the last module that needs to connect to the station. Did I get the other two back? My recording schedule has been all skewed, and I have not had quite a consistent schedule. So it's been over 3 weeks since I recorded this to when I'm doing the voiceover, and then that's just the way things have had to happen. And I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. Skipped over. I've transferred a whole bunch of fuel, as much as I can, from the booster. And now the space truck can head back to the truck stop. And I have way too many things in orbit. I'm going to need to clean up my orbit. If I was really mindful of my orbits, I would make sure I clean them up each time. But I don't always do that. So right now there are a lot of spent boosters in orbit, and I need to land them. I need to do a whole episode of landing boosters and cleaning up my orbit. And I haven't had the time I've wanted to be able to consistently land my spent stages when they're done, which is a failing of mine, because I've been more concerned with getting the main goals of the the space program taken care of. Because in reality, that's more fun than, it's more fun to make a mess than to clean things up. Not make a mess, just in the setup and execution than doing the mundane things of landing boosters. Here we are. There's the space truck stop, and as you can see, I have the resource tab opened up so I can keep an eye on my monopropellant and not run out. Okay, here we go. Now, I found when I'm docking, I use the nav ball. I get my prograde marker to lead my target marker a little bit, and just use the IJKL buttons to help just lead that target till it's right where it needs to be, and then I center it. I'm going to bring that solar panel in just in case. The passenger module is just a little bit shorter. And I'm still missing a fuel tank. That's alright, because it's probably on its way to Minmus right now. And there it goes. So I have decided I'm going to bring up some newly redesigned docking ports so all the space trucks will fit. But it's going to take a little while, and I'm going to repurpose these probably for one of the next segments of this series, which is I'm going to do 2 more different parts of this. Like the first part of the season 3 was all about the space trucks. The next part is going to be about space tourism. And we'll be building the infrastructure for that. And the space trucks are going to help. Which is why we needed to get all this infrastructure already set up. And right there, is the last missing tank of the truck stop. And it is on its way to Minmus to be filled so it can fly back to the truck stop. There we are. Oh, we're on a nice collision course for Minmus. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay. But no. Okay. Might as well get it there. Okay. That's not perfect. That's fine. Okay. Fixed. Okay. Still not perfect, but if I can get it at least that close, at least I won't be, losing my... I won't be I won't be on a escape trajectory with Minmus, or a collision course with Minmus. Alright, now all I have to do, that's good enough. I can use the rendezvous planner to get myself an encounter with the Minmus space station, and that'll be fine. So who do we have there? Scherner isn't. This is Space Truck 3. I should have known that. It's the Space Truck 3, the one with only 3 engines. That wasn't really on purpose, but I really wish it was. So I kind of designed the space trucks after the space truck episode of Cowboy Bebop. My station is a little bit skewed. Probably after, what was it, Space Truck 4 crashed into it a little bit, or crashed into the mining ship. There. Alright. Now we'll just do a docking maneuver. So I'm going to launch more space trucks because I realized that I'm definitely going to need more as I expand. Like I'm going to need to build another smaller space truck stop in Duna, and as I said, the next part of this is space tourism, but I want the third segment of season 3 is all about getting set up in Eve. And I'd also like to do some side quests. Well, that went fast. Head back to Kerbal now. Side quest. I'd like to put a big rover on the Mun. I'd also like to go to Dres. I think that would be... I've only been to Dres a couple times, and everybody always forgets about Dres. But I'd like to go to Dres and put a rover on Dres and a little base and explore the Dres Canyon. And another planet I've only been to a couple times is Moho. And I've never been to the Mohole. And I had this... See, I always have this thought when I plan out the season of all this stuff I want to do. And it always includes going to Jewel. And while I would like to go to Jewel, I always think that I can do it in fewer episodes than how it turns out to be. We're in, episode 10, and I thought this would be like episode 5. I, for some reason, thought I could do this all in like 3 or 4 episodes. And we're about, what did I start the space trucks in earnest in episode 3? So, 7 episodes in. Now, it does take a lot of fuel to get back from Minmus. And I'm not going to come back with a full tank in any sense. But it will be a net gain. It would be better with 2 of those. So I think next episode I will launch 2 more of those fuel tanks in. And I'm just going to have a dedicated run between Minmus and the truck stop. And that's just one of the jobs that the Space Road truckers are going to have to do. There's going to have to be a truck that brings fuel back from Minmus. And it'll probably be 2 jobs, one to bring the liquid fuel and one to bring some liquid oxygen and monopropellant. Really, in reality, only the maintenance ship is going to use liquid oxygen. So it'll probably be... Well, I don't know. I know I will not need nearly as much liquid oxygen as liquid fuel. So it'll probably be like a small, like half thing of liquid oxygen, a small thing of liquid fuel, and then a full tank of monopropellant. So in reality, it'll be 2.5 full tanks of liquid fuel coming through. And here we are at the space truck stop. We've made it back. This is the last piece. And I believe Space Truck 3 should not have a problem docking this to the station. Only Space Truck 4. Which is something I'm going to have to keep in mind about... I think I'm fine. Yep. And there we go. What, 7 episodes in the making, and we are now, the space truck stop is finally all put together. And yeah, I am going to update the docking ports so we can fit more trucks in there as it is. But right now we have 6 space trucks docked to the station, plus the maintenance craft. And yeah, I think I do want to add another docking port to the bottom there, like one of the 4 ways. But we'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.